Americans voted for Trump. You're finally getting the recession that you voted for. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you to all get exactly what you voted for. If you didn't vote for Trump, I mean, I'm so sorry if this is happening genuinely. But if you voted for Trump, you must be thrilled today. You must be thrilled. I mean, egg prices are not down yet. Grocery bills aren't down yet. You are losing your Social Security. You're losing any kind of support you have from the government. But the recession's coming, and you guys are going to crumble.
Republicans inherited one of the strongest stock markets in the history of America, and in 1 month, they f***ed it all up.
Republicans always crash the economy. All the fucking time. Every single time Republicans come into power, the economy takes a big shit. I am 40 years old. There has never been a period in my life, literally ever, when Republicans didn't crash the economy and the Democrats have to come in and fix it. And yet all you dingleberries want to come out here every single election and say that you're voting Republican to fix the economy. You have to be insane to believe that voting Republican is going to help the economy. It's almost a scientific certainty at this point that if Republicans are in charge, the economy is going to suck.
He's out of line, but he's right.
We begin tonight with the stock market plunging after President Trump said he would not rule out the possibility of a recession. The uncertainty rattling investors, rattling Americans from Wall Street to Main Street, already on edge over the president's on-again, off-again tariffs with Mexico, Canada, and China, with other countries on his tariff list beginning April 2nd. Today, the Dow plunging nearly 900 points, down more than 2% today. The Dow now down 4% since President Trump was elected. The tech-heavy NASDAQ index falling 4% just today, its worst one-day plunge in nearly 3 years now, losing about $1 trillion in value. The president has said we're in a period of transition and that it, quote, takes a little time. He has warned his moves could bring temporary disruption. It certainly has brought confusion and now real concern on Wall Street.
People are very upset, rightfully so. Let's look at the comments. Making America broke again.
We don't have the capacity.
It's taken 30 days for Trump to ruin the American economy. In Biden's economy, my 401k climbed almost every month.
Flashback.
Biden has already crushed your 401ks. If you take a look at the 401ks, when I was there, they were going like a rocket ship straight up, and now they're going like that rocket ship is crashing.
Prepare for yours to be plummeting. And here's someone who's still in the Lululand. The recession is solely on Biden. Trump is going to fix it, and he don't care how you feel or what you say. He's going to fix it.
What are you saying? What is he saying?
In denial is a river in Egypt.
And just when I thought I tanked all I contained, JD on the side say he got Mo on the way. This is my recession, man. I'm old and I don't know what to do. I'm about to give you part 2 of the Great Depression.
That boy is good.
A lot of people are assuming that maybe the best way for us to have lower prices is actually by tanking the economy. That's what a lot of people are saying.
It's possible that Trump actually wants a recession. Hear me out. Trump primarily got elected to lower prices, and it's very difficult to lower prices when there's any level of inflation. Even The Economist recommended 3% that we're at right now. This means the economy is growing at the right pace, but it also means that prices are not coming down. The primary way to lower prices en masse is to have deflation. And what can cause deflation? A recession. So is it possible that Trump is actually trying to tank the economy on purpose so he can lower prices for the average American? Because here's the thing, Joe Biden left office with pretty much every economic indicator looking really successful. Good GDP growth, stock market looks good, low unemployment, but none of it mattered because prices were still too high, and that's why Kamala Harris lost. So a recession, while it may seem like a short-term problem, could be a long-term benefit in the eyes of Donald Trump. But is that what he's doing? I really have no idea. I can't make heads or tails of Trump's approach to tariffs because it seems literally incoherent. But is it possible that the seeming incoherence is no accident at all, and actually it's designed to tank the economy, lower prices, and then rebuild the economy on a lower price baseline? And if that is the plan, it's potentially the riskiest economic strategy in modern American history, and I would not bank on it working.
No, then how do people recover from such a crash like that? Like you've seen what happened in the Great Depression. This is one of the most riskiest bets you can actually put out there, especially since the American economy was doing well under Biden, relatively speaking. And now we're coming to a situation where Trump is trying to make America great, and this is the approach he's taking. This is almost like having a 2-year-old run the economy and telling them, hey, figure out what's best for the American people. And this is what we're getting.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much.
We're winning too much, guys. It's too much sauce in the market. I mean, at this point in time, I wonder what losing would look like. I have a question for MAGA. Is this the type of winning you guys want? Are you guys winning now?
Well, Elon Musk experienced the 7th worst day of his life today, with the stock market crashing on fears of a Donald Trump-caused recession, which Wall Street is calling the Trump-cession. Getting a recession named after you as president is not easy. It usually is not so clear, not an absolute straight line of causation from presidential policies to a recession. And so no one called any of the recessions of our lifetimes a president recession, a Bush recession. Of course, there were no recessions under the last 3 Democratic presidents, President Biden, President Obama, President Clinton. Donald Trump has failed miserably in his attempt to blame what even he suggests may be a looming recession on President Biden, who handed Donald Trump the highest performing American economy in history and the highest performing stock market in history.
Something is wrong here.
Broad-based selling across the board, and you could call it a sinkhole that's opened up under the NASDAQ.
Jeez.
With 59 minutes left to trade, the tech-heavy index is down.
Ooh.
This is a big percentage loss here, 4.6% or 845 points. But I want you to turn your attention to the S&P 500 that really got traders squirming. The broader index down 188 points. So basically what that indicates to you, and yes, we are at the lows of the session, it has now fallen below its psychologically important 200-day moving average. That's considered a sell signal. Now, the sell-off triggered in part by the signal President Trump sent this week during an interview with Fox News when he declined to rule out a recession. Let me show you the Dow Jones Industrials. We have a 4-digit loss in the Dow Jones Industrials at the moment.
And for anyone who's trying to get some relief out of this, Tesla was down 15% on Monday. Elon is definitely losing a big chunk of his wealth. He's still the richest man in the world, but I don't know how long that's going to keep up. I'm not too sure if he'll make it by the end of the year. Elon, bro, you should have kept away from politics and stuck to business. Now you got the two mixed up together like jambalaya and it's not tasting good.
You're cooking like a donkey.
The reason they want a recession is because when a recession happens, the economy plummets, a bunch of companies go bankrupt, and only the oligarchs have the money left over to buy up everything when it's being sold for a fraction of its actual worth. If the whole economy goes under, only a small group of people are wealthy enough not only to be okay, but to start buying and accumulating. They take advantage of people's desperation by buying up all these properties that are being liquidated so that when the economy rebounds, before maybe they own, let's just say 1% of the economy, but then when everything gets cheap, they have less money in an absolute sense, but everything else is dirt cheap. So they buy. And then when the economy goes back up, now they own 2% of the economy.
All of this seems all coordinated. For the MAGAs out there, this is probably one of those executions that are happening right in your face and you don't even see it. Oh man, we're gonna see a lot of pain.
The stock market crashing is probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm losing a horrific amount of money, and all I can think is, this is what freedom feels like.
I beg your pardon?
I believe you do. Definitely. This doesn't sound like a coerced hostage video given inside a Tesla at all. It definitely doesn't sound like you're trying to convince yourself and everyone else that this is actually what you think. I believe you, dude. Definitely. I've lost 3/4 of my savings, but it's fine because when the market recorrects, I'll be able to buy Tesla stock cheaper.
I'll buy the dip.
People trying to convince themselves and us that the market taking a free fall for the 3rd time since this guy's been in office, to the tune of $1.5 trillion again of market cap wipeout, is actually a good thing, is the most transparent fucking cope I've ever seen. We're boned. The market is going to open in free fall again tomorrow, and you can't even admit that that's bad. We are living in the dumbest fucking timeline.
You can tell his investments in Tesla are really burning, that's why. And this is funny, they're saying this when Trump is in office. If it was Biden, it would have been a whole other story. Let me tell you this, Biden is actually smiling right now. This is like the best I told you so from him. Keep buying the dip.
Well, repeatedly on the campaign trail, Trump warned a Democratic victory would lead to a decline in market.
If Harris wins this election, you will quickly have a Kamala economic crash. You're going to have a crash. If we lose, you're going to have a crash like you wouldn't believe.
Well, he also said the only way to avoid a market crash would be to elect him. In fact, one line he used repeatedly throughout much of 2024.
Many people say that the only reason the stock market is up is because people think I am going to win. And we are a nation whose stock market's continued success is totally contingent on MAGA winning the next election. We are a nation whose stock market's continued success is contingent on MAGA winning the next election. If we don't win the next election, the stock market will crash, just like it did in 1929.
Like how it's crashing as we speak. Trillions of dollars being liquidated out of the market. This is the best time. This is the person you guys needed to vote to make sure that the economy doesn't crash. No better way to say I told you so. And I'm pretty sure MAGA is rooting for him right now. They're like, what? No, we trust the process. Oh my God, they're going to trust the process all the way down to brokenness. The funny part about this is that even the Simpsons predicted this. I don't know how they're doing it, but that time machine really be working.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten? We're broke. The country is broke.
How do they do this? How do they know? I mean, if this surprised you, let me know, because I was shocked. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.